Welcome back, guys. For those of you who already follow along, for those of you who don't, my name's Vernon and this is the Sailing Learning by Doing channel. We're here aboard my little speedy boat, Schiehallion. She's a 37-foot ex-offshore race boat, and I've lived aboard this for nearly 5 years now, the last couple of years with my lovely girlfriend Marie, who is unfortunately not with us today, but returning soon. Beautiful day for a sail, as you can see. Got the main sail up, got the head sail out. We're going downwind right now. Beautiful here in the bay today. So what's special about today? Because we go sailing a lot. Maybe the special is that the wind is a bit bad for this audio. But anyway, I'm sure you get the drift. I'll try and speak loud. The special thing today is that I'm filming on a new camera. So practically every shot that you see today will be filmed on this one camera. And that is something we never do. I film with about 4 or 5 different cameras normally. But I have been sent this camera, and it is pretty much a camera that you can use for everything. And I hope to prove that to you today. It's called an Insta360 ONE X2. As a disclaimer, I did not purchase this camera. I got sent this camera to try out, to see how I like. The guy in charge of marketing thought it would work well on a sailboat, and he was pretty damn right. Because it does. A lot of the time there's stuff going on and you just don't have time to go and change lenses or grab another camera or whatever. This camera pretty much does it all, as I'll show you. Anyway, let's get into it. Beautiful! Look at this day out here, what an amazing day. No clouds, bit of wind, not much waves. Whew. So good. And look at my beautiful ship Schiehallion. She is just in her element, flying along, no engine, just the wind power. Beautiful. So yeah, I'll explain to you what this camera actually does before we get too far into this. A 360 camera, a lot of people confuse that somehow with 3D for some reason, I guess because it's the number 3. But it's not at all to do with 3D. There are 2 cameras like a 3D camera, but these cameras are opposing each other. And basically it films a sphere, a globe, a 360 globe around the whole camera like this. And obviously I can't show all that, but you've probably seen those tiny earth shots where, you know, people are running along, it looks like they're on a globe or whatever. That's a 360 camera, but that's the extreme range of it, and that's, I'll show you a shot like that for fun. Here, look at this. We're sailing around the world right now and it is amazing. But that's the extreme end of the range. I don't use it for that very much. It's cool for a gimmick shot, but it's not really what we do here on this channel. But the thing with this is, it films everything. So I just walk around with this camera or leave it on a perch somewhere, and it films everything. So if something happens funny, like if we're filming sailing, and a whale jumps out behind the boat, normally you'd miss that, right? Because you'd be filming sailing. But this one, in editing, in post-production, you've got access to that footage because it's literally filmed everything. If a Tyrannosaurus Rex would jump over the top of the boat, you can look up and capture that footage that no one's obviously ever seen. That would just be, I'd be a millionaire. So yeah, that's what this camera does. It allows me to pick in post-production whatever I want, basically, and it's filmed in 5K, so it gives me quite a bit of scope to zoom in as well and zoom out and make a fisheye sort of look, but I can zoom in without changing lenses. It's all there. So I'm just going to sail around the bay a little bit, tack a couple of times, jibe once or twice, go upwind, downwind. You'll see the boat heeling over. I'll try and make some interesting shots, and then we'll sail back over there in the bay, put the anchor down, and then I'll show you on the computer a little bit, a tiny bit, how I edit this. This isn't a tutorial in any way. This is just me using this camera in an honest way and then showing you basically how it works, because without showing you the editing, it's sort of hard for you to understand. But anyway, well, yeah, we'll go upwind now and get this boat cranking. We are ripping. 8 knots. There's a gust of wind about to come. I put one reef in the main, just because we're a bit overpowered before. I'll show you if we put this on the long selfie stick, it's like a drone shot. Alright, so this is the big massive selfie stick. I'm going to screw it on here. Just screw straight on the thread. Screw, 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 screw. Do it up tight. And check this out. This is going to be like a drone shot pretty much. I'll go back to the back here. And then yeah, I'll just zoom this thing out. Here we go. Pretty cool, that big drone shot on a selfie stick. I'll also show you that in the software it actually just makes that stick invisible somehow. It's probably black magic. Going to adjust the sails now. The wind moves a little bit, starting to flow. I think the wind just picked up a bit. There we go. Now we're flying. Wow, what a great day to be doing this. So much fun. On the boat, pretty much everything gets wet all the time. So it's pretty handy this is even waterproof, this camera. Pretty awesome. I can see myself using this thing a lot. How cool is this, huh? Whew, I love it. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I probably should head back soon. But I don't really want to. This is so much fun. All the tourist boats are coming back in from the reef today. And I'm just zipping around in amongst them. So good. Right, I'm going to do another tack. I'll leave the camper here so I can show you how the boat turns around. We'll head back in now, put the anchor down. Yeah, while we're heading back in, there's no traffic around. I'll show you inside the boat quickly so you can have a bit of a look where I live. So we're going down to the companionway. This nice table we bought in Bali. It's just not, we didn't buy it as a table, it's just a piece of wood actually to hang on the wall, but we turned it into a table. Here we have the two couches, storage back there, but this is where people can sleep. Same on this side. Over here we've got nav station. Here we've got our switchboard, and here we've got a fridge. Over this side, big deep sink, stove, we've got an oven under there, some fruit and veg, we've got our pantry in here, bathroom, we've got a shower, toilet, bin, this is where we sleep, V-berth, we've got hanging locker in here, clothes in there, we've got a spare mainsail here, fire extinguisher, we've got another fire extinguisher, got a lot of books, here we've got a chart plotter that I haven't actually been using today. I better go out and see what's going on. We've got some big waves coming past. Alright. Nothing to stress about up here. Yeah, I hope you can see by the shots on this, this is all on one camera, and I'm just being able to swivel around and zoom in and zoom out and look back at me and look forward to what I'm pointing at. I can zoom around, I can go this side, straight up, straight down, and I can choose any angle I want, and that's what the joy of this camera is. It's really the fact that it just films everything, and afterwards it's my choice. How artistic I want to be, exactly what I want to show you, I can choose. It's amazing. Really, really cool. It's a great camera to have if you're just traveling or going somewhere a bit sneaky, I don't know, but you just don't want to carry a big bag full of, 4 different cameras. I'm a photographer, I know, I carry a 20-kilo backpack with 2 camera bodies, 4 to 5 lenses, a drone, a couple of action cams, and probably a handy cam video camera as well. I'm not saying this camera takes all of them out of the equation. Obviously they still have their place, but for a day where you just want to go light and just this thing literally fits in your pocket, yeah, it's hard to beat this little camera. Alright, lovely day out. Alright guys, we are anchored. Yeah, what a beautiful day, look at that. My smile is big. Not always like this, but shit it is today. Wow, what a perfect afternoon. Glad I could share that with you guys. Alright, we're all safe and sound here now. Boat's all packed up. I'm going to show you quickly on my laptop how I edit. I sort of try and explain to you how the sphere, how I can pick and choose these shots. Anyway, let's go and check it out. All right. Okay, so I've ingested all the clips onto my, it's an Apple M1 laptop. With this sort of camera, it's 5K, 5.6K maybe, you sort of got to use a newish laptop, otherwise it's just going to stutter. 5K is pretty heavy footage. This is Insta360 Studio. You download it and it runs separately on your computer, and you edit the files in here, and then you take the edited files into Final Cut or your movie editing software. So this is just to compress them into basically a usable file. Okay, so that's just sort of the shot, right? It looks like a GoPro or any action camera. The good thing with this is, look, I've got everything. I can move everything around. I can go backwards, I can go down the bottom, I can flip it right around, upside down, back to front, back around again, and then I can zoom out. And then you got your little world. I can zoom all the way in. Look at that, beautiful. And then you can just move it around, and that's all captured. Look, if I push play again, that's all moving images. I can zoom out, I can turn it around. How crazy is that? That's just like magic, really. Okay, for an example how I would keyframe this to make a usable section of the clip. Let's say I'm looking backwards from the boat here. You can see here we're looking forwards, looking backwards. You get it how you want it, all nice. And you put a keyframe in, so you add this keyframe, and then you run it forward however long you want. Have a look at that, we're racing along. And now I want to slowly spin around to get a front view. So you spin around to where you want, zoom out a little bit, and then you put another keyframe. Now see, if I go back now to this first keyframe, this is how it looks. So it starts off looking back, and then it just slowly pans around to the next keyframe. And so it just does that automatically, and just does that smooth frame. See, now if I would want it to move faster, I just move that keyframe back this way, and then now look what happens. I'm looking back, push, boom, and it moves around real fast. Look at that, beautiful. We'll go along here, put another keyframe. I'm pretty far zoomed out now, so you can zoom back in, somewhere like that, and then yeah, play that back through, and there we're to the second keyframe, and now it's like starting to zoom back in and come around. So you see, like that, you can just make these usable clips, and you go through and do the whole video like that. I'm not going to do a whole tutorial thing here. There's a lot of different stuff up in here for the stabilization, because obviously it's moving around, but it stabilizes it all. It's all smooth. Up here you've got some stitching to see how it stitches the globe together basically. Here you've got sound options, so voice focus. I used that in the video because it was very windy, obviously. I'll show you one more clip. So this is an interesting clip here. I'll show you this one. I'm walking back. I've got the camera here on a tripod sticking out towards us. Obviously it's erased the selfie stick, but you'll watch now. I'll go down and unscrew it. Obviously you can't see the stick. It's pretty cool. Pick it up, and then it's on me. So what you can do now, which is really cool, you can pick this one, deep track, and then you go around. Okay, I want it to track me, and then you start tracking, and then it just goes through and sticks on me. I'm turning around, I'm going backwards and forwards, and look, it's just tracking me. So now we'll play it back through, and this yellow box down here, this is where it's tracked me. So we'll go back through that, and now it's going to start tracking me. Look, it just keeps me in the center of the frame. So I don't have to go and put keyframes. It just keeps me there. And that can be anything. You can be following a mountain biker through a forest, and the camera's going all around like this, and it'll just stay dead smack on that mountain biker in front of you. Pretty cool. And then when you want to export it, it's just this button down here, and you can pick a few parameters. I've already made a preset, and ProRes, exporting it, and then start export, and off you go. So that's basically a brief rundown of how it works with the Insta360 Studio. Obviously there's a lot more into it than that. It does take a couple of hours of playing around to get the ins and outs of it, but it is quite intuitive, and it works pretty good. Pretty happy with it. And then obviously those exported tracks you drag into Final Cut Pro or Premiere or whatever software you use, and mix them with all your other clips. Obviously in this video I only used these clips, but in a normal video I'll have clips from my Canon, from a drone, from a Sony, probably, maybe a GoPro. So that's it, guys. I'm nearly finished editing this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I want to give a shout out to Insta360 and Tom, who sent me this awesome camera. He's actually given me an affiliate link and a way that you can get hold of this camera for cheaper and get some goodies with it. I think you get a choice of a invisible stick or some other goodies, a battery maybe, something like that. Go to this link right below the video down here, below this video, right down there. Yep, right down there. Click on that link. You can go and get yourself one of these cameras and get a good deal. And at the same time, know you're helping me out, because I get 5% on that, I think. So that'll be pretty awesome for me, helping out this channel. And obviously, I'm not just doing that for this. This isn't just some sort of sellout, some sort of audible, I don't know, whatever. This video is brought to you by. We use this camera, and these are the sorts of sponsorship deals that this channel will do. We will not accept just other rubbish stuff that we'll never use personally. So you rest assured that anything we show on here as a sponsor video, it is good quality stuff that we use every day. So this camera falls in that category. Hope you enjoyed this video. Yep, patrons, obviously, you guys are the best. It keeps us rocking, keeps us making these videos. Now we're back in Australia. We've had a big uptick in interest from everyone. So cool to see people coming, saying hi to us and knocking on the hull, or sending a Facebook message or Instagram or whatever it is and saying, hey, I see you're in Early Beach. Yeah, come over for a beer. We'd love to meet you. We've been watching your videos. And so cool. In Indonesia, 4 years, we didn't really meet anybody because there's no one there. But yeah, it's so cool to be back in Australia and start to meet some of you folk. And some of you have been watching this channel for years and years and years and know everything about us nearly. It's pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you could get something out of this, because this camera is truly pretty cool. Anyway, so that's it for this week. Hopefully see you next week again on this channel, Sailing Learning by Doing, for more adventures. Bye-bye.